killed and fed victims to crocodiles. One of the most dangerous serial killers.
टैक्सी ड्राइवर्स इनके लिए एक आसान टारगेट होते थे.
He said he lost count after 50 murders. Sharma earned the moniker Dr. Death. His hunger for money pushed him to exploit his own medical knowledge. Many serial killers exploited parole to escape. When we think of doctors, we think of healers. But what happens when a doctor uses his knowledge not to heal, but to kill? I'm Vaishnavi and today we'll dive into the chilling story of Devendra Sharma, a man who started as an Ayurvedic doctor but went on to become one of India's most dangerous serial killers. Devendra Sharma was born in Aligarh, a bustling city in Uttar Pradesh. He studied Ayurvedic medicine and like many other doctors went on to run his own clinic in Rajasthan for 11 years. But the clinic wasn't enough for him. He wanted to earn more money. So in 1994, he invested around 11 lakh rupees in what he believed was a lucrative gas dealership, trusting a company that promised to provide him a license. But to his shock, it turned out to be a scam. Sharma lost his entire life savings along with many others who invested in the scheme. And this became the turning point of his life. He was dragged even further into severe financial despair. Frustrated and desperate to recover his loss, Sharma returned to Aligarh and set up a fake gas agency under the name of Bharat Petroleum to make it look genuine. And so began his journey into the world of crime. Around the same time, he connected with individuals involved in illegal activities. Things soon began to take a darker turn. His hunger for money pushed him to exploit his medical knowledge, and he got involved in an illegal kidney transplant racket. Patients paid lakhs of rupees for a transplant. Some people were persuaded or pressured to give up their kidneys.
ओनर्स को ये ढूंढ कर लाता था यूपी, बिहार, वेस्ट बंगाल साइड.
So between 1998 and 2004, he was alleged to have facilitated over 125 illegal kidney transplants and earned between 5 to 7 lakh per procedure. This brought him a lot of money, but also brought him the company of gangsters and racketeering middlemen running the network, eventually leading to something sinister. Murder. One such gang was that of highway robbers. Their targets, truck drivers carrying LPG cylinders. This gang's method was chilling. They would stop trucks, rob the drivers, sell off the cylinders, then dismantle the trucks in Meerut to sell its parts, and sometimes even kill the drivers.
टैक्सी ड्राइवर्स इनके लिए एक आसान टारगेट होते थे.
This went on for at least a year and a half, but the police eventually nabbed him. He was arrested but was later released on bail. This arrest did not serve as a warning. It egged him on. He restarted his fake agency in 2001. Around 2003, he formed a gang of his own. Their targets? Again, taxi and truck drivers. The plan was simple. Someone from his gang would call a driver for a trip. During the trip, they would kill the unsuspecting drivers. They would then take their vehicles, sell them in the grey market and split the money. They earned 20,000 to 25,000 rupees per stolen vehicle. What made his crimes especially gruesome was where he discarded bodies. And this is where Sharma's method became infamous. He dumped them into the crocodile-infested Hazara Canal in Uttar Pradesh's Kasganj. Once thrown in, the crocodiles erased all evidence. And for a time, this plan worked. Bodies of the victims could not be traced to anyone. But little did anyone know that the canal had swallowed the truth. Eventually, the police began to connect the dots. In all these cases, police noticed a disturbing pattern. Drivers kept vanishing. And some of the missing vehicles also began turning up in the grey market. Police then traced buyers and sellers of these cars. The investigation led to one name, Devendra Sharma. In 2004, Sharma was arrested. He was convicted in at least 7 murder cases across Delhi, Rajasthan and Haryana and sentenced to life imprisonment. And in one of the cases, a court in Gurugram even awarded him the death penalty. But Sharma did not face execution. His sentence was commuted to life imprisonment. Now you might think the story ends here, but it did not. In 2020, after 16 years in prison, Sharma was granted parole for 20 days to attend a family function in Aligarh. But to everyone's surprise, he didn't return. Instead, he disappeared for 7 months. And during his time as a fugitive, he lived under a false identity as a property dealer in Delhi, where he married a widow and attempted to fraud people. But soon the police caught him again in 2021. 2 years later in 2023, he was again granted parole for 2 months. But once again, he didn't surrender after the parole period that ended in August 2023. Police searched for him across Delhi, Aligarh, Jaipur, Agra and Prayagraj but couldn't trace him. You know why? Because this time he lived under disguise. He posed as a spiritual guru in Rajasthan, calling himself a priest. But after nearly 2 years, in May 2025, they found him and arrested him again. Police verified the ashram and the man's identity, confirming it was Sharma through fingerprint records and past criminal files. By then, he was already listed as one of India's most dangerous criminals. Police believe there are families who never even learned what happened to their loved ones because the canal erased every trace. And that's why he earned the moniker Dr. Death. In his confession, Sharma himself said that he lost count after 50 murders. Although the police suspect that the actual body count could be much higher. Devendra Sharma's case sits among a handful of other serial killers who shocked the country. Charles Sobraj, known as the Bikini Killer, targeted tourists across Asia in the 1970s. He poisoned, strangled, and robbed them. And several of his victims were found wearing bikinis. He was later released from a Nepalese prison in December 2022 after serving 19 years in prison because of his age and health condition. Then there was Ravinder Kumar, who was found guilty of abducting, raping and murdering over 30 children across Delhi, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh between 2008 and 2015. In 2023, a court sentenced him to life imprisonment. Just like Devendra Sharma, there have been instances of serial killers who exploited parole to escape or fail to return. Chandrakant Jha, labeled as the Butcher of Delhi, was convicted for several murders. His crimes involved luring victims, killing them and even dismembering their bodies. He had absconded during a 90-day parole granted in October 2023. He was later captured in January 2025. Another serial killer was Sorab from Lucknow, who was convicted for orchestrating multiple murders, including the killing of 3 individuals in a single day in 2005. In July 2025, he was granted a 3-day parole to visit his wife in Lucknow, but he failed to return, although he was later tracked to Nepal. But these instances highlight the need for stringent monitoring and assessment before granting parole, especially to high-risk offenders. Let me know in the comments which crime story or topic you'd like me to dive into next.